Hello again. I recorded this video about a year ago in February 2020 and just now got back to edit it. The camera is a little shaky and there's less commentary than my recent videos, but I hope you enjoy it. Hello, welcome back. I'm out on a walk today, walking around Lake Kapowsin near Orting, Washington, 10 or 15 miles away from where I live. It's a pretty day, kind of a rare sunny day in the middle of winter. We've just had a bunch of rain lately, and I'm glad to see the sun. Gotta get out in it. So I'm looking for a place to set up on this little lake, Lake Kapowsin. A little advice: if you visit this area, make sure you stay on the kind of newer white graveled path. I made the mistake of following the older, muddier looking path, and it is a brambly, muddy mess. Here's what I'm talking about here. The newer gravel path goes up the hill. The older path stays low next to the water. So I followed this lower path, and it quickly becomes a bramble, muddy mess. I made it through, but you'll get jabbed by thorns and you'll get your boots pretty muddy. Not the end of the world. If you have a walking stick especially, you can kind of push them out of the way. And if you have good boots, it's not too big a deal, but it's just not very pleasant. Well, I changed my mind. I walked around that Kapowsin Lake little trail area, and I just couldn't find a place to get set up. I didn't find a scene that I liked, and couldn't find a place really to stand to get a good painting. So I drove up the road a little bit further toward Orting, and there's kind of an empty pasture with an old dilapidated house and an abandoned truck and a little tiny lake, maybe more like a pond. So I think I'm going to set up here and try to do a quick oil painting. Let me show you the scene. The light's really pretty today. Broken clouds, sun in and out. It'll make painting a challenge, but the air sure is clear after all the rain we've been getting. It's a nice chilly mid-January. Well, I take that back. It's late January. Actually, it's February. I lost track of the time. It's an early February day. Lucky it's sunny. We've had just a bunch of rain here this winter. Very little snow. Been kind of warm and wet. So I'm going to set up. I like the pattern of the water of this little pond amongst the grasses and cattails. And I like the distant hills, the layers of the landscape out in front of me. So I'll get set up and do a quick painting. I have a loose pencil sketch on a 9x12 white gessoed board. Now I'm going to wash in some colors real loose with a lot of turpentine just to get started. Alright, the sun's come out pretty strong, so I need to move my canvas and palette around just a little bit so that both are either in the shade or in the sun. Now the way I'm facing, I'm going to swivel just a little bit so that both are in the full sun. That way I can keep my colors accurate. As I'm mixing these colors on my palette, I'm checking against the actual colors I see in the scenery. So I'm taking a little bit of the color on my knife and then holding it up and checking that against the color I'm trying to match in the scene. Well, I had a really nice afternoon. It's chilly. It's probably down near freezing. So definitely got cold. My hands are cold. My face is cold. But it's a beautiful afternoon. No wind, no rain. Surprisingly, I feel little bugs flying around, but not the kind that bite, just the kind that get in your paint. Really pretty area. Lots of pretty views. Nice to stand beside this little pond and take it in all day long. So let me show you what I have. Here's what I came up with. I think I got the colors of the day, and I think I like the composition I came up with. Got the cattails coming up in the foreground. Very loose brushwork on this one. If you look at the sky, I don't know if this will come out on the video. That's done mostly with palette knife. And then a lot of the work is really loose. So this alla prima approach I'm trying is really helping me to loosen up. Instead of being so tight with the brushwork. Most of this is soft edges with just a few hard edges here and there where I want the eye to focus, like on the houses in the distance, and this foreground little pool with the cattails silhouetted against the water. So I'll take it back to the studio, take a look at it again, maybe touch it up a bit, and then put it out on my website. I really enjoyed the day here. Beautiful to be outside on a nice sunny winter day. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the video as well, and that you continue to join me on these plein air adventures. Please like and subscribe the video. That always encourages me to make more. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to create a video showing how I finish this painting in the studio. I'll show how I use the reference photos and my memories of the experience and my plein air study to create an interesting composition, and then how I finished it up in the studio. I'll show my materials and my methods. It's over on my Patreon page. You can find the link in the description of the YouTube video. I hope you'll check it out and enjoy.